Hi you guys, welcome to my channel. So if you want to see me make this look, keep watching. It's very simple, very easy to do. So let's get started. So naturally we're going to start off with our eyebrows. So I go ahead and I take my spoolie and I brush them down, get them in shape. Now I take a pencil. I use a regular pencil from Dollar Tree, nothing special, and I outline my eyebrows. I start with the top, then I do the bottom. The reason that I outline first before I draw in is because the pencil is still sharp as I outline. So it'll give me a sharp outline, and then I go in and fill it in because then the pencil will get dull. So I just fill them in. Once you first draw your eyebrows on, it's gonna look bulky, it's gonna look chalky, not pretty, not smooth. So I just take my spoolie and I brush them down and blend it in so it looks a little more smoother. Now I'm gonna take my concealer. I use a concealer that's lighter than my complexion because it gives this beautiful highlight, and I just outline my eyebrows. I start with the bottom and then I do the top, and then I will blend in. Apologies, I believe I deleted the clip where I blended in, but I just take a brush and I just blend the concealer underneath and on top of my eyebrows. Now you see me priming my lids. I use a concealer. I use LA Pro concealer, and I use one that's close to my skin tone. And this is to make sure that my eyeshadow stays on all day. Please, 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 always prime your lids. Your eyeshadow will not move at all. I promise. Now we're gonna get into the eyeshadow. So I'm sorry I didn't show the palettes. In the next tutorials, I will always show you. I always let you know what I use. But I start off with my transition colors. The first three colors that I use are the ones that's closest to my skin tone. And it's the kind of how do I put it? It's to give me a smooth transition from that highlight from the concealer to the eyeshadow, the main colors that I'll be using. It's so gorgeous, it's so beautiful. It makes your look flawless. So I'm just gonna go ahead with all of my transition colors before I get into my main color, which is that gorgeous blue. We're still doing transition colors, but now I go into darker colors. So I went into this deep red that I have, and I believe I used a blue. We're gonna see. So I go in with this deep blue color that I also have in my palette. I don't even know where this palette came from. I'm not sure if it came from Walmart, if I bought it off Amazon. I don't have the lids to any of my eyeshadow palettes. I'm good for breaking those. So I use this deep blue to darken up, how do I put it? I guess where my crease will be. And now I'm going in with my concealer. I use a very light concealer because it will help make the eyeshadow that you will put on top pop. This part looks hard, but it's not. It took me a couple tries when I first learned how to do a cut crease, but after 2 tries you will get it. It becomes second nature, easy. You can do it in your sleep. And did the other eye. Now I'm going to take this blue. This comes from another palette. I don't know the name, but I actually bought this from the beauty supply store. It was one of those $5.99 palettes, and they had this bright blue, and I decided to put that on my lid. I use a flat brush whenever I do my cut creases and I put the eyeshadow on. I always use a flat brush to put it on, and I kind of tap it on. So now I'm priming my face. I don't prime my forehead, but I do prime the rest of my face, and I'm using an e.l.f. primer. It comes in the white bottle. I got it from Walmart. I think it was like $8. And now I'm taking a concealer. This is a concealer closest to my skin tone. I believe it's called, I don't want to tell no lies, never mind. So right here, I'm just putting the concealer over all of my marks that I have on my face. This concealer is going to cover it up, conceal it. You'll never know it was there. And I take one of those silicone brushes, not brushes, excuse me. I don't know what they're called, but y'all know the little flat silicone things. And I just tap it all over my face, blend it in. Now I take my foundation. I use Maybelline foundation, and I use a flat brush. And I know you see a lot of people put it on their regular kabuki brush first and just put it on their face, but this makes a smoother foundation for me. This blends better for me. I don't have a chalky face. You know how you see females and their makeup is creasing? This just helps me to avoid that. So I go ahead and I spread it all over my face. So now I'm going to take my beauty blender, and I use the back of it, the little flat part, and I just tap it all over my face, smooth my foundation in very nicely. So you're going to see me use a brush because I have not washed my beauty blender in a few days, so it's not going to give me that smooth look that I'm really looking for. And I hardly ever use brushes anymore. But when I have this problem, I go ahead and I take a foundation brush. I make sure I hit the bridge of my nose because my beauty blender won't do a good job there. And there's going to be other areas where I see it did not blend flawlessly. So I'm just going to go ahead and take care of that with the foundation brush. So now we're going to highlight under them eyes, girl. I have not dark circles, but I have darkness underneath my eyes, and I have bags. So when I highlight, it kind of, that brightness kind of conceals that baggage I have. So I go ahead and I take a lighter concealer, again LA Pro, and I do the little triangle that you will always see underneath my eyes, and then I take another beauty blender and I go ahead and I blend that in. Now with another beauty blender, a smaller one, I use banana powder. Now I got this off of Wish. So my container says banana powder, but it's just not, might not be. But it does do the job and I love it. It works. Putting that powder underneath there also helps keep your concealer from creasing underneath your eyes. Now I go in and I take a kabuki brush, and I just brush away that powder. Make sure you get all underneath your eyes. You don't want any yellow or whatever color you use left on there. So you guys are probably waiting on the contour part. Sometimes I contour, sometimes I don't. It mostly depends on how I'm going to wear my hair, because that darkness sometimes doesn't look good and my hair will help conceal it. But because my hair is short and I was going to wear a certain way, I decided not to contour. So I go ahead with a translucent powder. I think it's by Maybelline. Again, I got it from Walmart. And I go ahead and I just put that powder all over my face. Putting powder over your face, setting powder, it helps keep your face from creasing throughout the day, keeps your foundation from melting, all of that good stuff. I go ahead and put it on my eyebrows because I tend to create shine on my forehead and my eyebrow area throughout the day. So that kind of helps tone that down. Now I take another powder brush and I just brush away that excess powder so that there's no powder residue left on my face, if that makes sense. the eyelash part and the rhinestones that's on my face. I'm going to make sure next time I do that. This was one of those trial and error videos. And so now I know what to do, what not to do. But this is the final look of my cut crease. If you follow my Instagram, my Snapchat, you see I love rhinestones. They're always all over my face. So I went on ahead and just added 3. I was going to work, so I wanted to keep it simple. You know, I don't want to come in there like I'm on the runway. But this is my final look. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. I'm new. Please, please, please give me some feedback. Thank you so much.